Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
If this had been an actual emergency,
this signal would be followed by screaming and chaos.
Good morning, Desert Bluffs.
Hey there, babes. It's me, Symphony Sanders.
And me, Hal Lublin.
And me, Meg Bashwiner. And we are here, 3 tried and true members of the hit popular podcast, Welcome to Night Vale, have come together to recap the podcast for you. And today we are recapping episode 137, The Mudstone Abyss Part 3. We're doing it because we love it. We're doing it because we think it's important and because we think you and the community of listeners are also important. Today, when we're recording this, is Monday, June the 12th. It's currently 9:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And here's the original description in case you need your memory jogged. The mayor has a message for Desert Bluffs. What could it be? We're going to talk about it.
What could it be?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. So yes, we're still in this 3-episode arc with Kevin. We're figuring out what's going on. They've gotten their words back. They're now no longer speaking in gibberish.
But everybody's all in a tizzy, Meg, about about not being able to speak and blaming it on the shadow figures and on the construction.
They're like, was it bad? Was it bad what we did? Was it bad what happened to us?
Was that the bad thing we did?
Weird.
Yeah.
Is that the bad thing?
Reverse Tower of Babel.
Yes. And the mayoral relationship between Kevin and Lauren has gotten
fraught.
Icy.
Yes.
Fraught.
So much tension. And honestly, I would say there's a little bit of a power struggle, no? Like, Lauren Mallard is trying to rally all the city council and all the people to go against Kevin. And honestly, a lot of the citizens of Desert Bluffs Part 2 are feeling some kind of way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so it is this sort of balance thing where Lauren is an elected official and Kevin is a member of the media. He's not elected. So he can sort of just do what he does. And Lauren is beholden to the people. You could really see that happening here. And Kevin's like, just do my bidding. That's what you're supposed to do. And she's like, am I? Am I? Question mark. So yeah, so there's that happening in the relationships there. And there had always sort of been the power struggle. And now it is just like,
absolutely,
it's like full out. Like we've spoken, we've said the quiet part out loud. Like we're here today.
Yeah.
It's also why you shouldn't start a company or run a company, especially Strex Corp, with your friends, because it's just going to cause, if you don't deal with those problems when you're running that company, then when she's mayor and you're in your position reporting on the news, that it's only going to get worse. This is what.
Yeah. If you don't love me at my Strex Corp, how the heck are you going to love me at my Desert Bluffs too?
Exactly.
But Kevin is also, while he's the radio host, he's also like a strategic part of the community. I think because of the church thing. So I think his influence goes pretty far in the community. And once the people start taking notice of that, they get in their little feelings about it and end up really wanting to have like some protests and burn him in effigy and stuff. It's pretty.
It does take a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's the play.
Oh, yeah.
But at first Kevin's like, oh, a play. That seems great. How could it possibly? And then the play is like, a staggering allegory about what has gone on with the Mudstone Abyss.
And a bloviating radio host.
Yeah, the tide has turned.
Yeah.
On this.
At first, he only liked the theater company because of the name,
Natural Smiles.
Yes, the Natural Smiles Theater Company. And he really liked that. But then Pit of Ruin just destroyed his little feelings. So,
have either of you ever seen a play or something and gone, oh, that's about me? Or there's a part of it that's about me?
No. Well, Meg, maybe.
Me neither. Yeah, I was going to say, this is more of a question for Meg, but I didn't want to
hundreds
shut
of
out.
times. Yes.
Does that, but like in this way of like, oh, that's a surprise and feels like being kind of attacked in that context, or just like, oh, I'm surprised to learn. What's it like?
No, nothing ever like, I saw plays get written about people that were like that. There was
Revenge
one
play?
that I starred in, and it was called Just Do Your Job, You Fucking Baby, which was not about me, but it was really fun to be in. And it was about a specific person who was not in the play. Yeah, there was a number of with the Neo Futurist, we would write many short plays. There were 30 short plays that would happen each night. And we were a collective ensemble theater company with no leadership structure. We were all co-artistic directors. There were 15 co-artistic directors. So sometimes there were plays written to sort of work through
your feel
and to allegorize. Is that a word?
Sure. It is now.
The goings on of said theater company.
This play's called These Other 14 Assholes. Anyway, here we go.
There was one play which I could kind of feel like it was maybe a little bit about me. It was called The Committee to Decide Things.
Look, Meg, that people we're just salty because you get it done.
Yeah.
I get it done. I do it right.
You are.
Work all day, work all night.
Yeah.
But have either of you seen the show Euphoria?
No. Too old.
Okay. Towards the end of the last season, like the younger sister of one of the characters literally has been writing a play about like her life and her sister and like all the friend group involved, and like they all go to the play and they're sitting there watching these characters, and it keeps like panning back to like them. And I imagine, and it's not the most flattering for many of them. Mm-hmm. So I imagine that is what it's like. And part of it ended up in somebody jumping up on stage and like basically fighting. So, but it wasn't drama like that, right, Meg? Like nobody like slapped anybody in the face because of a play.
No one slapped anybody in the face, but the person who Just Do Your Job, You Fucking Baby was about did ultimately leave the company.
Oh, well,
So they didn't take the advice of the play. They didn't just do their job. They left.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it was probably better off for that. It wasn't the whole reason they left, but
Right.
it was definitely
One of.
peppered that entree.
Yeah.
I do like that. Oh my God, Kevin and Charles, like he's sort of integrating Donovan, like they're going to the amusement. I want to talk about the amusement park. Can we talk about the amusement park?
Absolutely.
Please, let's talk about and the rides.
I feel like we haven't talked. Have we talked about amusement parks in all this time? I feel like we haven't.
And about like in our personal lives?
No. Here in this context,
In Night Vale.
I don't know that we have.
I think this is on this show. All right. I should introduce everybody to my cardinal rule when it comes to roller coasters, which is Lublin don't go upside down.
Oh.
No loops. I did it once,
You'll never do it again.
so I've done it. Not interested.
Oh.
Not interested. I know. Thank you. But I do love roller coasters. I just don't like to go upside down.
Huh. I love roller coasters and I love to go upside
Yes.
down.
You love to. So the more upside down, if there was one that was all upside down, there's got to be one that's all upside down, right? In like Germany or something where there are no restrictions. Hold on to this.
I don't know. I love roller coasters. I love going fast. I love like flipping around and spinning around. Probably why I do circus as well. But
Sure.
I get it. But I get it. A lot of people, especially as we get older, because like the inner ear, I think gets like thinner or something. So your dizziness can become more intense or whatever. I hear also after pregnancy, your inner ear stuff can be Mr. Wobbles.
Meg, is that true?
I'm a pretty motion sick person, so
Okay.
I haven't noticed it getting worse. But I also haven't gotten on a roller coaster since maybe like 2012.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah, I went on the Cyclone and Coney Island, which is dangerous, and I have permanent neck damage from it. So
Yeah, that's a bone cruncher.
Oh, it's one of the ones that bangs your head around.
I snapped my whiplashed myself, and then the back of my head hit the back of the car because there's no like back support at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, we're on a roller coaster. How great is this? I was like sitting next to Joseph. We're like, it's so cute. It's so romantic. And then just the first drop, I just like whiplashed my neck and just like everything crunched. And
oh no.
Yeah.
I did get stung by a bee once on a roller coaster.
Which
you got
part?
bee-faced?
I got bee faced.
Was it in the slow climb? Because that would be the worst. Because it's like it's going fast and you can't go
No,
anywhere.
it's worse when it's going fast. It was during fast parts. I'm like, yeah, wee, ha, 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 like laughing and having a great time. It was on the American Eagle at Six Flags Great America, which is my home amusement park where I grew up. I worked there when I was a teen, and I was on, like, at the beginning of the season, they always do, like, they run it backwards. This had nothing to do with why the bee attacked me, but it did attack me. So I was like, woo, my hands were up. I was like, yeah. And I felt something like a hot coal. It felt like a hot coal, like hit the inside of my leg. And I was like, ow. And I looked, it was like somebody had been smoking in it, just like, but it wasn't that. I looked down and I saw a bee body, and I was like, I smacked it, and then I was like stomping my feet, but the ride is still going like whoosh, 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 whoosh. And when I got off, I had to get like ice and stuff. It is swollen up. It was bad.
Yeah, that's
because you used to work at Six Flags, I have like some behind the scenes questions. So like, could you just like, was there a time when there was no one like in the park and you could just ride the roller coasters for free and have
yes,
fun?
The employees, you get like, there are special nights, like once or twice a month, where after the park closes, they'll open just one section of it, and they'll run rides and games and all sorts of stuff, and the employees get to go do it. It wasn't like you just like whenever you want could go, but we did get to go to those special. But then if any other time you wanted to go to the park, you could go for free.
next question.
Yes.
Philadelphia Inquirer. Is there a hierarchy for like which ride? Like if you're operating like the premium, what in Disneyland you would call the e-ticket rides, like the big ones.
Yeah.
Is there like a hierarchy of like you work that ride, you're way better than whoever's running the merry-go-round?
Oh,
is there like a caste system to the amusements that people operate?
There was seniority when it came to like the bigger, like more the rides that you have to wait like 2 hours in line for. There's definitely like a seniority, but like more than that, there was like also like how many seasons you've worked. You know, if you were like a new season like ride person or a banana tag, which that meant you had a yellow tag and you were 15 because you couldn't work the same hours because of the labor laws or whatever.
But nobody liked the banana tags or like you. Like,
they were like, it was like, you're like, get out of here, freshman. You know, you have to go home at 6. But yeah, no, people were, it was just very much about like, oh, I've been doing this for a long time type thing. And you get moved up to the newer, fancier rides. You're not doing the baby rides. Go ahead.
One more question. Did you ride all the rides in the park?
Yes.
That you could fit on?
I've ridden everything at Six Flags except for like the actual baby rides. But like from the Wizard up to the like the Superman ride, like the Batman ride. My favorite was the Raging Bull because it was the perfect mix of, it was so smooth. And it only was a lap bar, I believe. But you did, I think, go upside down, but it was like really strong. But it was like the smoothest ride. And I would go on that one over and over. What?
As soon as you said it's called the Raging Bull, all I imagine is you climb into a roller coaster, and then for 3 minutes, Robert De Niro asks you if you fucked his wife. That's it. Like, all right, you ready? You fuck my wife?
You fuck my wife?
You fuck my wife?
No.
You fuck my wife?
No, it was like the most, it was just like an anthropomorphized ball, and it was just supposed to be like, ooh, wild on the wild bunky bronco type thing. But it wasn't jarring or anything. It was a nice ride. I liked it.
One very quick thing. I don't know if anybody's seen this on TikTok, but there's a guy who operates like the death drop thing.
Yeah.
Where you climb to the top and you sit in the chair and then it just drops you straight down. And his gimmick is every time he's about to drop them, he acts like he has to stop it. He's like, oh, I forgot the shoulder bar. And then he presses the button. So they're like, as he's coming over to them, they drop to scare them extra. And he films them as they're like, he has a camera on the ride to catch their reaction as they drop, thinking that this is the last time they'll be on Earth as a soul inside a body.
I don't know. I love that. I also like the ones where it basically is a slingshot and they're in a chair and they're like releasing them and then people pass out like halfway through. Yep. They're like ah, and then they go really limp and you're like, ugh. I've seen people's wigs fly off. That's my favorite. When a wig flies off for like something like their eyelash, like it's all wonk or something. That's my favorite bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
That and more at the Desert Bluff Spinning Smiles Amusement Park. Yeah, so they have the spine compressor, the esophagus remover, and then the brand new roller coaster called Intentional Sepsis. And then there's this like horrible scene that they describe where the actors are dressed in stuffy, unvented animal costumes, and it's really hot out, and they're like choking in there and passing out.
Okay.
They're gasping for air.
Now that like legit happens. Those suits are very, very hot and people are in them, but they usually limit how long they're out, especially on a hot day. And they should have a handler with them because they don't have much peripheral vision. And I remember they would, they would always someone one day would end up in the like infirmary backstage or whatever. And it was always like a Tweety bird or something. But one time I was in there because I had passed out. It was like one of the hottest days of the summer or something. I got really weak or something and went to the infirmary and they were giving me juice and like cool air. And the Tweety bird was next to me and she had gotten beat up by some teens who came up behind her because she couldn't see. and they don't know who's in there, but like she's like a girl, and they like smacked her in the back of the head and made her head spin around, so then she couldn't see.
Oh no.
And she got beat up, and I feel really bad, but it was also very funny.
The head spinning. Don't do that. Never do that.
The head
but
spin
also,
part, I know. That's rude. Don't do that to people. But also for the slapstick of it, that's why it's funny. Not because this poor person got accosted by hooligans. Shenaniganing and hooliganing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The tomfoolery right. Indeed. So Kevin is spending more time with Charles and Donnie, and they kind of describes this whole day of them hanging out, and then at the end of the day, Kevin says, the whole day made me happy, but not in the way I wanted to be happy about it. Happiness should be something you have, not something you take. And he like places a blanket over Charles and drives home. What do you think that means?
I don't know. At first I
don't know what happiness should be something you have, not something you take. Like, did he feel like he was intruding on like their family, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's still like disillusioned, but I thought he was having a good time, and like he started getting a little proud of Donovan because he was also like as spooky and weird as Kevin was at laughing at the guy suffocating or whatever. But like, I don't know. I think that maybe he feels like he's like it's not something that he like wants, and he has to steal the moments that he wants for himself. You know, maybe I don't know.
Also, for him, isn't like smiling and happiness intrinsic? Right? So it's like the sun. Everything is from the smiling God, and we should be happy because of like the happiness is it's this like smile that is a mask, and we're all happy because that's what's demanded. So happiness is something that is a tribute you pay to others. So to experience it himself feels like he's taking instead of giving, because this is happiness that is for himself, that is from a relationship that's not with the smiling God. So that seems like it's almost like a self-flagellation of like, I shouldn't have this.
That makes a lot of sense. But isn't that all the more sad?
That does make sense. That makes the most sense to me.
Yes, it's incredibly sad.
I mean, Kevin deserves to be happy too, and in whatever form that comes in. Sometimes it's unexpected, you know, like you don't expect to fall in love with a man who's like perfect in every way, except he's got another person that he has to take care of and spend time with and whatever. I don't know. It's like almost like an instant family, you know? I feel bad for Kevin. I want him to be happy.
Yeah. It feels like looking back now on his initial reaction and that pulling away, it kind of feeds directly into this. So that maybe he's got to find an excuse. And maybe the reason why he's never had a real relationship is there's always an excuse to get out of it because his actual relationship is with his religion. And that's, you know, when you're in a cult, the cult is above all. Everything else is fodder for the cult. So, you know, he's in that. He's in that. And the whole town is in that to a degree. And
deep.
Yeah.
That's
deep indeed.
That bums me out.
And then you have these two people that are both like at the top of this with their own idea of what it is. Again, like a problem with organized religion that I have is like, there's no common standard for what it is and what it isn't. Everybody has a different idea, and everybody's right, everybody's wrong. So it's all conceptual anyway. Yeah. But when you have two people at loggerheads that both believe they're serving the same thing, then, you know, they're never going to agree because they're both fanatical in their beliefs, and it tears their relationship apart and only gets worse as they, you know, they don't have the common thing of we're both working for Streck, so we can at least just make this move forward. But now they're each separate. One's running the town, one's running the information that's spread to everybody, and so they each get to sort of work parallel to each other instead of working together, or are doing that.
Yeah. But then it looks like Kevin won because Lauren is like, the certain member of the media says, we'll resume construction. Don't worry, the shadows aren't bad. And she's really minimizing the dangers of it. And then she starts to lose her words again. And then Kevin kind of covers for her. And yeah, that's when everyone starts to rebel and revolt. There's the protest march and the play. And yeah, but then Kevin figures it out.
He does. And funny enough, it involves Donovan, which I think is awesome because it kind of brings them together for one purpose at the end. I was a little afraid, though, to be honest with you, that he was going to go down the abyss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought they were going to sacrifice him to the abyss, but I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, because that's like... Yeah, because like for a second you're like, that kind of feels convenient for Kevin, because then Kevin gets Charles on him.
Right, so like I am Sparta him down into the hole. Or this is Sparta, you know, and he kicked him in the chest or whatever. Anyways, but no, he ends up, when he was whirling his little planes, gave Kevin the idea from that terrible dream that they keep talking about. I'm going to start having this dream if we hear about it one more time. And then everything turns out okay, right? Except a little sad in the end, because I think he's giving up on Charles. Did you get that from the end? I don't know. I just felt like it was a little sad.
Well, he said like, because he was like, hopefully we'll go visit the zoo. Hopefully soon we'll have a night to ourselves.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to come to terms with all of it.
Mm-hmm. And then Lauren, her face is tattooed permanently with a frown.
Right. So they don't have a mayor either.
Oh, and that's the story about how they lost their mayor.
And that's how Desert Bluffs lost their mayor. Yeah. That's wild that they did a tattooed. I mean, I wonder if they have tattoo removal in the desert otherworld. I hear that shit hurts worse than a tattoo.
Yeah.
Because it's like hot lasers, right?
Yeah.
On your body.
It's burning, yeah.
Yeah, like burns and bubbles it up and stuff.
Yeah, on your face.
I've seen like little videos. It looks really bad. Yeah, but on your face. That was already not tattooed that well, apparently.
Maybe she could get a cover up.
Yeah.
Instead of a frown, it could be something else, like a goatee.
Make it a goatee.
Oh my God.
That's perfect.
Or they just complete the circle and turn it into like a basketball or something.
Yeah. Or like, I'm a ventriloquist.
Oh.
Like a whole, like the circles. Oh, I'm Jigsaw. Jigsaw's the dummy, right?
Yeah.
There's Jigsaw the person.
Yes.
Jigsaw's the dummy. Yeah. I'm Jigsaw from Saw. Jigsaw's not, who's the person then that talks? That's not Jigsaw. Or is that Jigsaw and Jigsaw's also the puppet?
Yeah. Both.
Okay. I will never watch those movies, so I have no idea.
I watched the first one.
Up next, we talk with the voice of Kevin, the one and only Kevin R. Free. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather. This episode's weather is Hymn Number 101 by Joe Pug. I enjoyed this very much. I don't know why, but I was getting like country Bruce Springsteen vibes.
Yes.
Like he kind of had like a gruffness, but like I liked it. I felt very I was like toe tapping a little bit. I liked it very much. Oh, I didn't look at him.
It's kind of his look. He has kind of a Springsteen vibe. And so like his stage stuff, it just, I don't know. There's an energy to it that makes it feel a little bit in the cut with that.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, very much.
A little bit. The one where the lights are behind him.
All right.
The one from Wikimedia. Yeah.
I really dug this song. I like this style of music, this singer-songwriter folk, sort of Jason Isbell-y, Bob Dylan-y, just like guts and lyrics and guitar. I dig it.
Yeah. I think that's why I was getting the Springsteen vibes, because I was just feeling that like, I'm going to talk about what I know, sort of like lyrics, and I don't know. I enjoyed it very much. Have you heard Joe Pug's music before, Meg?
I hadn't, but I think I'm going to listen now. In my deep dive that I did about Joe Pug, I found out that he's from Maryland and he was attending University of North Carolina. And like the day before his senior year, he was like, later days, I don't want to do this. I want to go make music. And he drove out to Chicago and took a job as a carpenter and started making music. And has been touring and making music ever since. And I think he lives in Austin, Texas now. But he took a bet on himself, and I think it worked out.
That's nice.
Right on.
I mean, that, I think it's wonderful when people take that opportunity to be like, I'm going to go and do this thing that I have Like, because you never know, you miss all the chances that you never try for,
Miss
right?
100% of the shots you don't take.
Oh, you miss all the chances. That's
Yes.
right. I'm like, I know
You
sports.
miss all the
It's a
shots you don't
sports
take.
thing.
Yes.
But you can't get it if you don't try. So
I think it's pretty cool.
Yes.
Take a chance on yourself. It's a lot. So for our younger listeners out there, not to say that you can't take chances when you're older, but now's if you're a younger listener, this is your shot. You've got the whole rest of your life to fix up your fuck up. If it does fuck up, or you have the whole rest of your life to enjoy how great it was that you took a chance and it worked out. So
yeah,
that's true.
I always tell younger people, young people. I feel weird saying that because I'm not like old, but like the youths. You're
Young
like in
people.
your 20s or something. You just finished college or you're out of high school and you're like, I gotta make my way in this world. Move to New York, move to LA, move to the place that you want to live. Do the things that you want to do. Try for it, because the worst thing someone could say to you is no, right? You know, get out there and experience the world.
That's right. That's true.
Because there's a whole lot of it to see, I think.
And you deserve the happiness and you deserve the future that you want. You definitely do. You're worthy of it.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's right.
I'm still out here looking at seeing stuff and trying to learn stuff and experience different experiences because it makes me feel fulfilled.
Yep.
You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today, I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
So we are joined now by the voice of Kevin. Kevin R. Free, welcome back to our show. Thank you for joining us from your car.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be in my car and to be on Good Morning Night Vale with the three of you. Hi.
I must simply take a screenshot of this just to show everyone. Kevin wears a seatbelt, you guys. It's very, very good. Everyone wear your seatbelts, okay?
That's right. Where I come from, you burn up if you don't wear your seatbelt. That's not true. That was sort of a quote from a Sandra Bernhard show where she said, "If you wear your seatbelt, you burn up. Don't wear your seatbelt."
This is the most Wall Street podcast appearance I've ever seen. I'm like, I'll take it in the car.
Well, I just finished watching Succession, so I feel like none of them did anything in cars like this. So I wanted to be, I'm like the next, I don't know, Rupert Murdoch knockoff podcaster thing.
I feel like Kendall Roy would podcast from a car.
Yes, he would. And Roman Roy would podcast in a car if an old lady were performing sex on him.
That's all his podcast is.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait. How come? Wait. Nobody got in my car. Oh, you said that's all his podcast is.
Yes. Sorry.
I thought you were saying that's all this podcast
No,
is.
I was, yeah. A surprise. We're around the corner right now. We're going to pop out with banners.
I've been thinking about having sex with Hal Lublin in my car for years.
You're not alone. I think about it all the time. But if I do it, the cops show up and then I'm the weirdo. Like, sorry, Griffith Park. I needed to pull over for a second. Right. I put my shirt up on the window.
That's amazing.
So, Kevin, thank you for joining us on this Welcome to Night Vale recap podcast.
Oh, right. Oh, that's what this is? Oh, got it. Okay, thank you for having me on that. I'll clean it up.
This Welcome to Night Vale sexual automobile fantasy recap podcast.
I know you haven't been joining us for the last couple because we're just finishing up the Mudstone Abyss. And of course, the first couple episodes we spent probably a significant amount of time talking about how amazing you are as a voice actor.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
And how your sheer talent and amazingness as a person, basically. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I can tell you that what I have to say for myself is so much has changed in my life since my first time doing Welcome to Night Vale. I mean, my voice acting career, I had already been doing it for 13 years at that point, but then after that, the pandemic.
Yeah.
But it just continues to develop and explode and offer me all kinds of loveliness and beauty. And I think that doing Welcome to Night Vale was really great and was such a wonderful gift because it was very different and also a lot the same from the audiobooks that I do on a daily basis. Mm. But I can tell you that the people who know me from Welcome to Night Vale, when they're surprised that I do audiobooks to this day, I'm really grateful for it. I'm really grateful for it. So what do I have to say for myself? I don't know. It's the kind of work that I really love to do. I think, what I'm learning about being an actor, because I don't do it as much as I used to. I now make a lot of time directing things. But so what I learned about doing theater and acting in plays and things is that Jean-Paul Sartre was right, that hell is other people. And so, I'm so grateful to be able to do my voice acting stuff because a lot of times I get to do it by myself. Me and a director or me and a couple of collaborators, and we can really collaborate and really talk about what each thing means. Welcome to Night Vale was tell me when to stop, but Mudstone Abyss was really tough. It was the hardest of all of the Night Vale scripts I think that I've ever had to do. Especially 137. Like I didn't remember the episode or any of the episodes until Meg told me about them. Yeah. I was preparing to be on your show. And so I listened to all three of them and I was like, okay. But when I got to 137, first I thought my voice sounded like I was sick. I thought it sounded, the register is a little lower than normal. And then the other thing is that whole I figured it out thing that I have to say over and over again. I didn't. Yeah. It was when I was listening to it, I was like, I don't know if I would have done that. I would do that if I did it again. But then I repeated it, and then I repeated it again, and I was like, I did think about that. I guess I am a good actor. I did think about this. It was really hard. And when I searched in my email for the recording session, it was the first time I met Vince. Shout out to Vince. Vince, put some reverb on this. What up, Vince? Okay. Yes, I've been listening to you. So there's that. But Jeffrey was going to come off of the tour to be at the session to direct me for 137. And he emailed to say that he wasn't going to be there. So I had to do it by myself with Vince. And I don't remember feeling like, oh shit, Jeffrey's not going to be there. But I do remember, or I did feel as I listened to it just now, like, oh shit. I hope this was good. This was some complicated fuckery. Anyway, so that's the tea. That's the tea.
I have a question about that. Because
Sure.
I've my experience in doing Night Vale, whether it's stage or recording, has always been like, I always want direction, and it's always like, we trust you, go do it. So when you were like, Jeffrey's going to come direct you, I was like, oh, that's like a luxury. And then he isn't there, so you're in a situation again where you're like, all right, you've been playing this character for a while now, so you know the character, you can bring that to it, and you're still going on a journey. Are the things that not a struggle, but that were more difficult? Do you find that recording that way has informed how you direct? Like, are there things you've taken from that? Like, oh, in doing this now, those are tools and things that I might have redirected or thought of in the moment that I can apply when I'm working with other people?
That's a great question, Mr. Lublin. What I'll tell you is that my experience as a neo-futurist, which is the theater company that I was in when I met Jeffrey and Meg and Cecil and Joseph, is we trust each other a lot. While we direct each other, those people are the people that I knew were my people, because you can give a neo-futurist a script and we just do things, right? So we just say yes to what's on the page and just do it. So what I'll say that in my directing practice, yes, I loved having been trusted by Joseph and Jeffrey. And yes, it's true. They were like, yes, we trust you. You know this. Just go do it. And I love that. What I have found since then, making a career as a director of both audiobooks and theater, is that I know who I can't trust.
Right.
When I'm in a and we're working on a thing, I know that you to do whatever you want with a thing and know that it's going to be right, or know that it's going to be right enough for me to just give a thought that will tweak it. So I wasn't sure. I was thinking that Jeffrey coming to direct it was a luxury. I might at the time have been thinking, I wonder why Jeffrey thinks he needs to come to direct it.
Right.
That might have been what I was thinking. But I honestly, I don't know. It was 2018 when it was recorded, and I think we recorded on September 26th, 2018. And it was a whole different world than where we are now. I don't remember a lot of stuff from the before times in terms of what I was saying or what I was saying about Night Vale and where I fit in it. I know that every time I'm called upon to do something for Night Vale, I'm really excited, and I think my response is, oh my gosh, you remember me, every single time. Oh my God, you remember me. That's so cool. But I that's also like thirsty act. But so I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember what I was feeling at the time about it or about being directed. Yeah. I have questions for, well,
of course
thank
we
you.
Remember you, Kevin.
I know you remember.
We were just saying a couple episodes back that Kevin might be the most challenging role to play in the world of Night Vale.
I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah.
Others, I know that everything changed after a while. Like for me, being Kevin changed. The two choices that I made when I first started playing Kevin were, okay, Cecil's voice is low, so mine has to be high. And then the other one was, there always has to be a smile behind my voice. Like there always has to be this pleasant thing. Now, I didn't know that he was the voice of evil until later.
Right.
I didn't know. And that's an experience of everybody doing a thing that grows and evolves. So I didn't know that, but I knew that if I was his double, I had to create mystery somehow. And the mystery had to be with my voice, and that voice had to have a smile behind it, and it had to be very high. And so my voice is naturally high, so that has changed a little bit over the years. Especially like when I look back on 137, I was listening to it, was like, oh, I sound like I got a cold. This is not right. Correct. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at you.
Well, you're still
yes, Gary, yes. Yeah. I'm looking right at you.
And I'm looking at you.
Did you say you had a question for us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The question is,
yeah.
why are you like this?
Oh man. I used to blame my parents, but now all I can do is forgive them.
It's because you got to be a certain age. That's I'm in the process of forgiving my parents too.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
And what they had was me. What they had was me.
They did the best they could with what they had.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Yes.
And my explanation, Kevin, is it's because I'm so beautiful.
Yes.
That's
yes.
why I'm like this.
Listen, your microphone is bigger than you are. The fuck?
You and Hal are the only ones that comment on it. It is the microphone is inside, but it's got like like sound foam built to it. It's like a casing.
It's a big casing.
Yeah, but I live near an alley where the pizza guys next door come out and yell at their girlfriends. So I try to diminish sound as much as possible. You know
Kevin,
what I mean?
You don't know this? The actual mic inside is the size of a Tic Tac.
Wow.
That's all foam around it.
Wow. So, Symphony, when you are not recording, do you use the sound foam as a wig? Like, do you take it off and just put it on your head?
Bitch, I wish I could. That would be cool.
It really would.
Just a tiny fro, like a little tight fro.
It's really coiffed. It's perfectly round. I mean, I had a fro in the 6th grade, and we could not keep. Yes,
I could turn a look.
You can turn a look in anything, but if you put on that little wig, think about how well put together you would be. Come on, it's hard to keep an afro perfectly round.
Oh my gosh.
I would look like somebody's literally, because you have to keep picking it out to the perfect roundness. I would look like somebody's auntie from the early 80s.
That is so not true. I mean, it's so not true. I've seen you perform, and you always look so great.
That's a goal of mine in my look is somebody's auntie from the early 80s.
Oh yeah.
I know, but now I just wear mom jeans. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Now I'm just in mom jeans, just driving around in my Subaru.
You know, I'm going to pray for you.
Let's all bow our heads.
Let us pray. You know what? After I pray, you are so going to be feeling better soon. Because I've got one of those. I got a bat phone to God. It's it's a red line, honey. It's a red line. God be listening to me all the time.
See, so Kevin Art Free and Kevin, the character, both have a direct line.
Yes. God's sitting up there
straight.
I don't know.
The staff.
Straight to their
I believe
own
in
God.
joy, but I don't believe
that.
my God believes in joy in the same way. I don't know. That's not true. That's not. I'm sorry. I'm so positive. Such a positive person.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us how you are celebrating Kevin R. Free today. This show is powered by our patrons, like Arlene Bobka, Allie Douglas, Adam Kennedy, Ashley Stern, and Ira Tanner. If you are interested in supporting the show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on the show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter @NightValeChat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, Joseph Fink, and our guest this week, Kevin R. Free. The calzone ingredient of the week is lip meat.